Thank you. Thank you, Program Director. Let me take this opportunity to greet the Deputy President of the country, Comrade Mabuza, and the Minister Mtetwa, so Minister, all ministers are Minister Mkise, ministers and deputy ministers, mayor, and all the honorable people that are here and organizations. And the leadership of the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania, they are all here. Izwele too. Now, before I proceed, let me also recognize all the churches that are here and their representatives. These are the people that they've been with us all along. If you look on the coffins of the people who were massacred, the priests were in front, were there. So, and they've always been with us through all the commemorations. Also, let me take the opportunity to thank all the chiefs who are the custodians of our culture and tradition. I think, having said that, Program Director and the Deputy President, today we are commemorating the 58th anniversary of the Sharpeville massacre. This is the day that changed the history of the liberation struggle in this country. It is before that day, the African people see the policemen, they start running. Now, the past laws were a thorn in the flesh of all the African people. It has reduced them into subhumans. It has taken confidence out of themselves. Because we moved around the corners of the town, all the time the police van drive past, they start running on their own. So it has been a problem, a pain that has to be challenged and challenged head on. It is against that background that the president of the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania, the founding president, Comrade Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe, announced a program to challenge those laws, to challenge that pain. And the day was the 21st of March, 1960. That is the day that the African people were called upon to leave their dorm passes at home and go and surrender themselves to the police station. To go and tell the police authorities, station commanders, that we left our passes at home, arrest us. Now, that was peaceful. That was not confrontational. Now, instead of arresting them, the police decided to brutally kill them, not only in Sharpeville, but also in Langa, in Cape Town. Now, we have lost so many people in the course of our struggle. But in 1960 and that massacre has changed the course of the struggle in this country. As a result of that killing, the African people and the liberation movement changed their course and they increased the pace of the struggle. They formed the liberation struggle, they formed the armed wings. Now, APLA or POTO was formed on the 11th of September 1960. The MK was formed on the 16th of December 1960, directed to respond to the police brutality, killing and murdering the innocent people. The liberation movement decided to defend the African, the defenseless people. There was no way in which the liberation movement can leave our people in the mercy of the police that decided to brutalize and continuously kill our people. But, Comrade Minister, it's not only that killing on that particular day. You will remember, and I'm happy Comrade Masuta is here, the Minister of Justice. We have hundreds and hundreds of POTCO members that were hanged in 1960s. And that program of exhuming them is leading by the Minister of Justice. Now, the liberation struggle that we have undergone, it has been paid through the blood of our fathers, it has been paid through the blood of our mothers, it has been paid through the blood of our cadres, the comrades, the leaders of the liberation movement. For that reason, this day is a very important day. It's the day I'm happy that the leadership of the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania and the leadership of the African National Congress has been working together to make sure that this day is being honored with dignity and with respect. That we need to work together to foster the spirit of a nationhood. We work together to begin to respect our own contribution to the cause of the liberation struggle in this country. Now, as the PAC, we are happy and we've been working and we've been endeavoring that as a liberation movement, we need to work together, particularly on the national days, so that we can begin to look forward to unite our people around and let them know themselves who are they and where are they coming from. Now, Sharpeville Day, or Human Rights Day as is officially known, the day in which our people were killed, is a day that should unite us so that we can begin, and it has united our people since 1960 until 1994. Our people gathered every year, even when they were not authorized, to draw inspiration from this particular day. After gathering in commemorating this day, they went being strengthened. They went out to be energized to confront the authorities of oppression year after year until 1994. So Sharpeville Day is a very, very important day. We must keep it and we must make sure that it is protected, because from time to time there are efforts to change and to remove the holidays, some public holidays that are being seen to be insignificant or not that very much important. But having said that, Program Director and the Minister, let me proceed to say, after 1994, the pace, because we are no longer struggle to overthrow the white domination, oppression, and apartheid. After acquiring political freedom and independence, it was critical that we use that freedom to develop our people socially and economically, to build the capacity of our people, to make sure that the main cause of the struggle for our people, we started long time ago by the warriors and the great-grandfathers, which is the land, is being resolved. To the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania, fundamental to the struggle for liberation was not only to acquire the political independence and freedom, it was also to acquire economic freedom. Now, without economic freedom, we are not totally free. With the politics, you can decide whatever you want to decide, but if you cannot able to empower your people economically, that freedom will be meaningless. We cannot able, our people don't eat politics. Our people need land so that they can begin to return to their own civilization. Our people need land so that they can begin to plow, they can begin to look after their cattle, because there's no country that was able to employ the entire nation. There will be some people that will be employed by the private sector. There There will be people that will be able to be employed by the public sector. But those people will never be the whole people. The structure of the economy, colonial economy, is not meant to employ everybody, because capitalism thrives on the high level of unemployment. Therefore, it is critical. We are happy today that the question of the restoration of land, repossession of land, redistribution of land is high on the agenda and is being addressed. That to us as the PAC is the beginning of the freedom that we have been talking about. It's the beginning of the freedom that the Sharpeville massacre was all about. Now, we need to begin to work together in ensuring that our people are socially liberated. You cannot be liberated socially when you are overcrowded in a squatter camp, when you are overcrowded in a semi-small areas and houses. Well, the land is vast and it needs to be open, made possible. Now, our government is challenged, Minister and the Deputy President. Now, we will march with you when we are addressing those issues that we went to war to fight, we went to exile, we went to many countries to try to achieve in this country. It was not for our own self, it was for our people. And the conditions of our people that are living on, they are more important. Now, the Pan-Africanist Congress of Tanzania is committed to working with the African National Congress and with the government in ensuring that our people are totally and completely, both socially and economically free. Now, as we are commemorating this day, let's remember the spirit of those who have fallen, the spirit of the cadres who fell in the course of the struggle, the spirit of the leaders who fell in the course of the struggle, so that me and you can be free. A nation is not made out of just one generation. A nation is made out of many generations. There are those who fought apartheid and oppression before us. There are those who are fighting to ensure that there's justice. But more importantly, there are the youth and the young people, there are the future generations. We must lay a solid foundation for them. And the solid foundation we can lay for them is to tell them with no uncertain term that the land belongs to them and they must work on it. Isolate.